Today I wanted to share with you some of the fun New Year's resolutions that I've done, and I know it's February, but it's never too late to make some changes in your life if you want to and incorporate some new plans and idea. In 2011, my New Year's resolution was wearing only skirts and dresses. That is right, you heard it right. I was not wearing trousers or jeans or shorts or anything like that for the whole year. This is actually the reason why I named my channel Rapunzel in a Skirt, because I have long hair somewhere and I mostly wear dresses and skirts. The reason I decided to do that New Year's resolution in 2011 is because I'm more of a tomboy, even though I'm quite girly, but I just love wearing jeans and I felt very comfortable. And I caught myself in a moment realizing that I admire how some girls dress, especially back home in Russia. And in the UK, it's not as dressy. You know, it's very much about comfort, and I felt that I'm getting really absorbed by this culture, which is nothing wrong with this culture, but I felt like I want to be more connected with myself as a woman, and I want to feel more girly and more feminine and just kind of embrace being a woman. And I've read it on one of the Russian blogs actually, that this girl just decided to do this challenge. 1 year, just skirts and dresses, no trousers, and it made some crazy changes in her life. So I decided to do it. Okay, when I started to do it, it was January. It was very cold, so I had to wear double tights. Yes, I wore tights, very thick tights, on top of another tights. And it was very difficult. I told everybody at work about my New Year's resolutions, and everybody was kind of laughing about it and saying, "Oh, we'll see how long you last." But actually, I really enjoy that New Year's resolution, because you feel like you're putting more effort every day. You're feeling actually that men pay more attention to you, not in a sleazy way or anything like that. They just kind of they open more doors for you. They look at you in a kind of more respectful way, because I never really wore anything not like super tight mini skirts. I do wear mini skirts sometimes, but it's not like a usual thing, you know? But they kind of treat you as a more fragile creature, as you say. Not in a bad way, but in a way like they want to protect you, they want to, you know, really make sure you get to places or stuff like that, which I found very cute. And I absolutely loved it. I still do it, even though now it's what, 4 years? It's been 4 years. I still do it. I do wear jeans or trousers sometimes when I'm going, like, let's say to a muddy park, but I try to avoid it. And since then, actually, since 2011, I've never bought any new jeans. I just have my one pair of jeans who fit me very well, and I haven't really fluctuated in the weight, so it worked. Next New Year's resolution is drinking water, but not just any kind of drinking, let's drink more water because we need to drink more water, but actually a specific goal of drinking 2 liters of water a day. And how I dealt with that is very easy, is because it's so specific. You need to literally take a big bottle. I don't have it right now. Well, anyway, just take a big plastic bottle with you everywhere. You could make it 1.5 liters, you can make it 2 liters, but just make sure you have this visual goal every day. You can buy water if you want to, or you can fill it with tap, it doesn't matter. You go to work, you put it on your desk, you know this is your goal for the day, you have to drink it. You can even make marks, like let's say I need to drink that amount by midday or by the time I leave work or something like that. Just make it specific. I think the real success of any New Year's resolutions or any changes in your life when you try to do something is being very specific, because if you're not specific, you will try and find kind of escape routes, because this is how human mind works. We want easy way out, but if you make it specific, it will really work for you. Next New Year's resolution, which I find is very great, especially for those who are social media obsessive like me, make a target. Make a target for yourself for Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook page. Actually set specific numbers, and by setting a specific number and looking at that figure every day or every week, if you look at your goals for the next year or so, it will really drive you to do more things on the page. Because if you have a target, let's say have I don't know, 500 followers on Twitter by the end of this year, and you log into Twitter occasionally and you see the number being the same or going down, but your goal is 500 by the end of the year, you really will make more effort to post more things, to reply to people, to connect with more people. And I think that truly, if it's a measurable goal, like actual number 500, it will really drive you to do more. Sleeping patterns. It's so important to sleep early, or at least before midnight every day, if you want to have a healthy lifestyle and wake up early. I know that people have this theory of some people are more kind of early birds, some people are more kind of productive in the afternoon. No matter if you're productive in the morning or in the afternoon, it's still during the daylight, okay? Maybe some people are productive maybe after 8 p.m., but I've never met anybody who's productive like completely late at night and all day until 8 p.m. they're lazy. I've never met anybody like that. So I think the trick for that is to wake up earlier, because you cannot force yourself to go to bed at 10 p.m. if you can't, if you're not tired, if you're not sleepy. So for a couple of days or maybe even the whole week, you need to set alarm for a specific time, let's say 7, and do not snooze. I think it's very difficult to get up even if your alarm went at 7, because you have no plan, let's say, that early, or your work starts at 9 and you live quite nearby, whatever your time is. If you want to wake up really early and to make it a habit, you need to make sure you have certain plans. For me, what helped is that me and my friend did it together. So we went for morning walks every day at 7:15, and it really made me committed to it, because it's like, okay, there's another person waiting for me, I have to go because I cannot let her down. And I guess she felt the same way. Yes, sometimes we were like 5 or 10 minutes late, but at least you're up, at least you're not like snoozing away and staying in bed all day. Another thing that helps me to get up early and to make sure I get up early is to have something that you have to do in the morning that's actually absolutely necessary. For example, when I started my habit of not the habit, but tried to get into the habit of waking up early, sometimes I just would not buy myself any breakfast groceries. I would have no milk, I would have no eggs, I would have no cottage cheese, or no coffee at home, because I would actually need to physically go out to go to the shop and buy it and then have breakfast. And because it's very important to have breakfast, you're simply forced to go out, and by the time you dress, even if it's like your pajamas or tracksuit bottoms, actually physically leave the house to get those things, it will make you quite refreshed, and it will never make you go back to bed. Another crazy New Year's resolution, which I'm doing actually this year, is that I'm not buying any more new clothes. Maybe I'll do like my closet tour one day, but I think that I have way too many clothes, way too many shoes, way too many handbags, and I just want to stop shopping too much. And actually I also bought a sewing machine last year, and I decided to make this new resolution not about just limiting myself of buying new clothes and saving money, but also about being more creative. And in case I want something, like I need a new dress, I need a new skirt or scarf or anything like that, I would actually need to make it physically myself. And one of the reasons I decided to do this is because I really want to improve my sewing, and just because if I need to do sewing out of kind of leisure, or out of just because I want to do it, it wouldn't make me do it unless I have a specific purpose, like, oh my god, I really actually need a new summer dress, which I probably really need to. So that would make me learn about summer dresses, summer patterns and things like that, and make it specific and measurable. New Year's resolutions or any other changes in your life, they can include many different areas, like physical things like taking care of your body and your health, emotional, taking control of your emotions, and also cultural, just improving yourself as a person, seeing more movies, going to more theater, whatever you're interested in. Maybe you like to do more sports, maybe you like to take on a language course. Whatever your goal is, I think it's easy to do it if you just put your mind to it, and if you make it actually specific and measurable and towards something. Because if you just have a goal of, I just want to learn Italian, but you have no reason to learn Italian except for just like, I just want to learn Italian, it won't really work, I think, because unless you have a trip booked to Italy where you need to actually perform and speak Italian, or you set yourself a goal of, I don't know, maybe speaking to your Italian friends or making new Italian friends, it won't work. Because a goal, just because it's a cool goal, or New Year's resolutions just because it sounds cool. It doesn't mean actually you need it, you know. I always find people when they make certain plans or ideas like, oh, I'm going to do this, and when they don't fall through, sometimes one of the reasons is because that idea was superficial, or they just like the idea of them doing it, but actually they are probably deep down not interested in it and don't have a deep passion for it. It's so I think all your goals and all your activities and all your plans, New Year's resolution need to be genuine, with a purpose and specific, and then you can do really anything. So I was wondering, let me know what kind of New Year's resolutions you do, and maybe people around you did something strange, and let's share it. It'd be fun to hear it. Thanks for watching. Bye.